Men, do you like to flirt and ask women out in public? Why or why not? I've started to just flirt and ask random women out recently in public. It's shocking on the amount of women that say yes. Seems way easier than dating. I don't just act creepy and approach though. Just eye contact and smile. If they smile back I approach, if they look away or not acknowledge I don't.
I always prefer my humiliation to be as public as possible.
No, I'm scared of women.
Lol, this sounds like dating advice from Henry Cavill. Just approach her and say hello, bro. Works, but in all seriousness, I found out that this is actually how it works. I only approach a girl if I genuinely like her and know I would be kicking myself all week if I didn't take my shot. Last time I tried was a waitress in Ireland. I know, a waitress, and she politely declined. But I saw her in the kitchen with the others being talking about it and I could tell it made her day. Not a bad outcome.
No, Reddit told me to never approach a woman anywhere because women don't go in public to be approached by men.
No. Don't want to end up on TikTok or called a creep.
No, I'm too for it and I'm not charismatic enough to make up for it, so I definitely just make them uncomfortable. I fail to see a point in trying.
Bro, I barely have the confidence to ask someone out via text. What makes you think I do it in public?
Even if wanted to, my wife would never let me.
Greater than, and I don't just act creepy and approach though. Just eye contact and smile. If they smile back I approach, if they look away or not acknowledge I in itself is a solid rule of thumb, but it is far from enough. Depending on where you are and what you look like, just smiling at a woman you don't know can get them to shudder or cause you trouble, which is why a lot of men stopped approaching other people in public generally.
No, not really. I'm either too guarded, focused, anxious or absent-minded to think about it for very long when in public, unless I'm daydreaming, in which case still no, but I might romanticize in my mind a little if I'm at a special place where I'm happy to be at, then yes, I very well might. Museums, galleries, churches, sacred places, unique structures, or if someone shows interest in something I like, unbothered by my excited rambling.
Surprisingly, it works way better than one would think, and definitely works better than dating apps. I think Tinder has dumbed me down and now I am afraid of talking to girls in real life. Occasionally, I will get the balls to talk to someone and it will almost always go better than expected. If you are reading this, then I challenge you to go out and talk, hit on someone. The worst that can happen is that they say no, but usually a no isn't even bad too and leads to interesting interactions.
Wait, you guys talk to women?
I generally don't because it's bad for men where I live. I've seen guys do the normal eye contact, walk up and talk thing and it goes well enough, only to be later blasted on social media as a creeper, or pervert, or worse yet, someone who sexually harasses people. I wish I was making that up, but I've seen it happen to people I know.
Nope, I'm so flirting comes off as creepy rather than flattering.
If you follow rules 1 and 2, the rest of the rules are easy. Rule 1, be attractive. Rule 2, don't be unattractive.
It's all we did for decades. Show a bit of confidence. Look friendly while not posturing like some goonish trope of masculinity, and the women that are not attached will often say yes. Those who are attached will politely decline, feeling complimented that they've still got it.
Not anymore, I said. In high school I decided I wanted to get laid, meet girls. So almost every single day I tried to talk to a new girl. 3,000-ish at my HS. And maybe once a week I'd get a number or a date. It's incredibly easy once you get over the fact that her saying no isn't a failure, it's just a no.
After I got laid off due to COVID shutdowns, I had a retrenched job at Walmart. I tried to spend every day possible at the self-checkouts chatting people up all day. My supervisor was a kid 20 years younger than me and he kept telling me to stop flirting. But I never got in any actual trouble because I didn't take any acts of furtherance. No asking for numbers or mentioning I'd be a X place at Y time. I think a job like that is great for some kid that needs to get practice just talking to people.
Why bother when I already know the answer without asking?
It's called real life. It's actually what people did in the olden, isn't it?
No. Geez, want to be creepy?
The risk-reward proposition just doesn't make sense for most men. Between outright rejection or some 5/10 going full creepy, A lot of men just don't see an upside to cold approaching is strange because this is how men and women used to meet each other all the time back in the day. But here we are.
A man of taste IOP. Many guys want to flirt and talk to women, but they are scared of coming off creepy. Guys on Reddit are usually in closed environment, where they are told that even looking at a girl is creepy and you should not do it. It's nothing like that. I would not take dating advice from the default subs like dating_advice or dating, because after reading those places you will feel like a creep no matter what you do. I would rather turn to smaller subs like bros dating advice or dating advice for men, etc.
You know what, I respect women. I love women. I respect them so much that I completely stay away from them.
They attract bears.
Nothing to be scared. Answer is already no until you ask and get a yes. If they say no, that's cool, it was already there. Move on until you get to this pickup line. Hi. It's a neutral, single-syllable word. So you can't it up. By the time you start it, you're finished. If they say hi back, you're on your way.
Even if the girl says no, as long as you're respectful, she's almost always going to be flattered. Girls who think guys are creepy just for complimenting them are no better than the guys who won't compliment women because they're afraid of being called creepy. I have never called a man creepy unless he was leering, undressing me with his eyes, aka looking me up and down like a piece of meat, and invading my personal space. If I'm calling you creepy, it's because you really are being a creep.
Honestly, Reddit isn't the best place for dating advice. If you're respectful and she's not, even a rejection should be a fairly painless interaction.
That's the scariest thing on any show or movies these days. Some guy has a bad day and immediately everybody pulls out their phones and starts recording like a bunch of zombies.
Exactly. Or on some Twitter thread made by a woman talking about some creep that tried talking to her.
Don't be afraid of the consequences when your intentions are a word.
The things you say about yourself are very important.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, your wife doesn't let me either.
You're clearly talking about women who are 30 plus. If they're younger than that, you're either ending up as a thread on Twitter or a video on TikTok. I mean, there's like 5 to 6 videos in the past few months alone that went viral of men not helping women in the gym, one of which was pinned down by the weights and struggling to breath, because it's now well known if a man approach to women in the gym, he's gonna be branded as a creep.
Fear of coming off as a creep is something that's followed me since I was a teenager.
TLDR, professional malcontents on the internet are not representative of real life.
They can smell the.
I am glad you personally reserved the creep label for creep behavior. But that is only you. I have been called a creep for holding a door open. It wasn't even for the woman that called me a creep, it was for an older couple leaving a store. She was just next behind them. They said thank. I replied, no problem, have a nice day, and smiled. I continued to hold the door and said have a nice day. The woman just made a face and said creep and walked away. Wasn't staring, didn't even look to see who was behind them, was just trying to be polite. I still hold the door for people. But I do not initiate conversation or communication with women outside of business. If they want to talk, they can initiate. It's not worth the embarrassment or the feeling of being less than human.
This is the advice everyone needs. So many men, myself included for a long while, are terrified of approaching women at all because everywhere online especially has all this. Don't do it at the gym, the store, the street. You're left with your only option being bars, clubs, and dating apps. But what if you don't do those things? 100% if you're kind and respectful and treat women like human beings cause they are, then most guys will be fine. Yeah, some will be assholes, but most will be kind even if they reject you.
Ah yes, women and their hive mind. They all say things that are the complete opposite of what they mean. When they say no, what else could it possibly mean but yes? And every individual of aforementioned hive think the exact same thing. All women all like all the same, just a fact. Deal with it, libtards. Obvious, s.
Don't thump, just film.
I don't know. Some women use it to shame men, the gym example.
Only works when you're attractive. I had a woman tell me she was embarrassed that I thought I could come talk to her.
The road to is paved with good intentions.
I say those things about myself too, only because it's something I've heard women say about me to my face, behind my back to their friends, or make fun of me on social media. People don't say those kinds of things about themselves until they've heard other people say it so many times that they start to believe it themselves.
Not doing something without feedback probably leave you in the same place as ever since you aren't being informed of what you are doing wrong.
Greater than every attempt will help you learn how to be more charismatic, meaning the first few women I'd approach in that situation, I'm in a similar situation as the person you responded to, are essentially supposed to be failed attempts. That is to say, I'm to make a value judgment and decide someone is worth my attention, only to be most likely rebuffed. And this is supposed to happen again and again until I'm ready to make a real attempt, and not make an utter fool of don't think that's really for me. I find the idea of going after practice women distasteful. It degrades my self-worth and hers if I'm not supposed to anticipate a positive response. I'd rather we just be two compatible people from the start. I get that it's wishful thinking, and the world isn't gonna work the way I want. But I just don't see the point in pursuing people that I know are going to reject me.